Hi everyone, and welcome to the new series of short videos on design systems. In this series, I will explain how I created my own custom design system by reusing and adapting open source solutions. But also I will show you how to create effective design system tooling such as Figma plugins for streamlined development experience. Today we will start with something a little bit more complex, the Dropdown Menu component. When building a design system, there is no need to reinvent the wheel. The best approach is to find a component library that fits your needs. For instance, in my case, Radix UI was the perfect choice. It provides scalable, responsive and accessible components, which are essential for building product with accessibility in mind, like keyboard support and screen reader support. Radix UI's Dropdown menu comes with comprehensive documentation and it's easy to implement. However, it's built with multiple partials. For example, Dropdown menu root contains Dropdown menu trigger and content, which is wrapped into Dropdown menu portal. The portal renders your Dropdown menu content outside of the DOM, making development more predictable. But that's a lot of partials to keep in mind, isn't it? In my code, I simplified this by wrapping root directly into Dropdown menu. It's crucial to use React forward ref so that Radix can access the DOM nodes. This is important because Radix UI components rely on direct access to the DOM for certain functionalities, such as positioning the Dropdown menu correctly on the screen and managing focus behavior for accessibility purposes. Next, we've wrapped content into portal. Using portal is a good practice in general, and I want to maintain consistency in my development, so I include portal by default. Using portal ensures proper isolation, consistent positioning and better accessibility for our Dropdown menu. It simplifies implementation by reducing the number of partials to remember. Following this principle, I wrap all other elements like Dropdown menu item, checkbox item, radio item, and so on. Elements like sub and radio group don't need React forward ref because they are not actual DOM elements. They won't be rendered in your HTML document. As you can see, managing this is quite easy and it's easy to scale. For example, I added custom left and right slots where I can place icons or graphical indicators like checkboxes and radio buttons. Now let's extend the component further. Suppose we need hotkey inside for additional information, like in Figma. We can add another property for the string hotkey and place a div with conditional logic. If the hotkey is present in the Dropdown menu item, the div container will be rendered. Let's add some basic CSS styling, and there you have it, very quick to scale up. Let me show you how to use it in the code sandbox. As you can see, we can now simply add a dropdown with a trigger and content, making it easy to implement. With the right tooling like Figma plugins, we could speed up the implementation process significantly. Let me show you. Usually, a designer would design a dropdown menu in Figma or other graphical software anyway, so why not reduce the steps required for implementation? That's why I introduced design system tooling like the Blocks and System plugin that takes your nodes from Figma and maps them to React markup mapped to my React components. All you have to do is to select a frame with your design and click Generate button, and your complete markup code is ready to inject. That's all for today's video. I hope you like it, and I will see you in the next video for more components.